Hi guys, and welcome back. This evening, we're gonna keep it kind of quick and just to the point. Uh, we're gonna put the outer rocker on. Gonna drill some more holes to secure it to the inner rocker, and we have about 5 more holes on the pillar to actually weld two again. I didn't see those because the outer rocker covered them up. But like I said before, the pillar's in right now. It's good. Door shuts fine, gap's good. Lines up better than it did before. Don't know why that is, but we'll get the outer rocker attached. I would like to paint it this evening. At least the exposed metal parts, kind of sand it down, clean it off, and get some of that self-etching green. I know we're gonna have to clean up the welds, so I may not paint the welds today because we got a lot of cleanup on the pillar to do, and that's might be a while getting those knocked down and smoothed out. But tonight, main focus, outer rocker. We're probably gonna take the hinges off, fender back off, stick it up there, and go at it and see what happens. First, we'll put our door on and put our rocker up there and kind of mess with it to see if we can get that gap just a little bit better at the bottom, and then we'll start screwing together, and then we'll start welding up. But like I said, first we're gonna get these. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and then we'll start on our rocker and hopefully have it somewhat painted by the end of the day. Anyways, let's go there and get to work. Alright, we have the outer rocker up there. It's, I think, where it needs to go. I used the same holes we used before. So I think we're going to put the door back on, the fender back on, and we'll mess with the bottom gap a little bit. I think I can well, I don't know if I can do it now. I'm going to try to push the bottom down and under to get that gap somewhat uniform at the bottom. Was my idea. It wasn't going to work or not, since I got it screwed twice at the top. Ain't got a lot much flexing to go on, so I'm going to take a screw out and flex it and then put it back in. But it fits pretty good. Everything's lining up, and got a lot more holes to weld now since I put screws between the, I guess those are weather stripping holes. So anyways, let's get the fender back on and the door back on, and then we'll mess with that gap. And cat's in here. Mess with that gap, then we'll screw it at the bottom, and then we'll start welding this up. And then I'm wanting to paint just this area here right tonight if we can. I'm not going to paint where I welded because there'd be a lot of finish work, and I covered up those welds down here. This is going to be on from now on, so I didn't think that was a big issue. Covered it pretty good. Try to get in that curve, the kind of where the metal meets, to get it kind of sealed. But anyways, enough talking. Let's get stuff back on this. Alright, we got about a paint width gap, or paint sticks width gap on the bottom. Didn't leave much inner rocker to weld to on the front, but I think there's enough I can weld to it. And back's no problem. It's like the outer rocker kind of went up a little bit towards the front, but everything fits fine. Everything looks really good, so gonna put some screws in the bottom there, and then we'll let her loose and see what happens, I guess. Of course, we're gonna take the door off, hinges off, and fender off again. But if we get that welded, all the welds welded in, then we'll kind of sand that surface rust down, clean it off real good, and we'll spray it with some of that self-etching green. We'll go ahead and paint this too. Get that taken care of. But excited. Everything seems to line up fairly decent. Actually, that lines up really good. I mean, I'm happy with it. So, all right, let's put some Tech screws in there, and then start welding. Well, we got it in there. I put all my weight on it and it didn't pop loose, so anyways, so I think it's stuck. I went ahead and went underneath the backside and kind of hit some of the holes that I welded on this side, just make sure it got through. But I like the way it looks. Looks pretty good. Everything I think lines up fairly decent still. I ain't gonna put the fender and door back on it right now. I'm gonna let it dry for a while, and then no, let's paint that. Nope. What? Go. Anyways, let it dry for a while and fit it next time. I'm debating on just grinding all this stuff down and getting it ready to paint soon, or I guess it'll be next time, and not boring you with just a bunch of grinding video. But I am gonna buy some of that metal body filler and go over this again and go through here. I don't need to buy some seam sealer, but yeah, pretty good. Bring it closer right quick and kind of show you. The welding went pretty good. The spot welds aren't that thick, which surprises me, and even the bottom ones aren't too bad. And I just put 2, 4, 6, 8 to kind of keep that in there, and it's in there. So I'm gonna have to drill out these holes here for the weather stripping, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty well. Can't wait to get the door back on it and see what it really looks like. Need better lighting in here. But another thing done. Like I said, I gotta grind all the welds down and on the A-pillar. Need to come back in and fill this up and fill this in some more. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Well, I think that'll do it for me this evening. Like I said, we got the outer rocker in. Happy with it. This side is essentially done. So I had to flip the Bronco around and do the exact same thing to the passenger side and get it situated, and then the body will be ready to take off the frame. So it'll be pretty exciting. So I got about maybe, I'm doing one video a week. It took one day to get the pillar together. Hopefully by March or April, we'll be ready to take the body off the frame. But thank you to everybody that's stuck around and come by and hung out for a little bit. Thank you to my new subscribers, does mean a lot. We're making a lot more progress, it feels like, now than we have been. But like I said, we're going to get this taken care of, enjoy it, and then move on to something else. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week.